that things are going to be really, really wet. Alright, well, we're here to test them, so let's see what it says. I can't hardly believe it. I tested it. This is the second test. It said 16.6 the first time. I guess I need to get back over there and get cutting. No kidding, 16.8. That's time to get cutting, I guess. Well, I already cut a little. As you saw, I just tested them. I didn't have my phone to show you how wonderfully muddy it is. So, how wonderfully filthy the windows are, but standing water there. But that's where I was. We're going to unload this little bit that I have here into the cart, because there's no sense in wandering around with more than I need to. But I'm making sure that the buggy is closed. It looks like it is. It's a nice thing to make sure of. It's a mud mess out there. So this is a bit drier, so I'm going to try to cut that off, because as you can see, it isn't looking very friendly. So this thing just flopped down. I tried sticking it up with tape, but that didn't work. So the interior of these cabs is, thanks John Deere. Anyway, we're gonna cut some soybeans, see what happens. Well, when you go this way, you really miss that feeder house fan. The wind is kind of blowing. You don't realize how nice that is until you don't have it. But this combine and head would work together with the header height control, so you can look for rocks because you're not controlling the head as much. To watch your little gizmo over here, this thing tells you, you can see through the filthy window, there's a little red ball there and some numbers. Let you know how close the head is to the ground. Well, when you're running the header height control, you don't have to worry about that as much, so you can scan for big rocks. But we towed a roller behind the seeder this year, so most of the big rocks have been pushed down enough that the header will slide over it. So, but definitely getting some dust coming out the feeder house. Well, Rick just texted me it's raining. He was running a load of corn to the mill, not the ethanol plant, the feed mill. And my guess is I got about a half hour and it'll be raining here, so we'll get pedaling. As you can see, we're working our way out of the mud, so it's nicer going here. And because of the impending looming doom, I'm going to go ahead and keep cutting on this little area here. Well, it's raining, so I guess I'm done. I'll make this last little pass here and head over to the cart, empty out the tank, and tarp the cart. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much too long. Won't mount much to more than a heavy dew, and we can start cutting tomorrow. certainly a lot drier over here than over there. So over there, we're probably going to have to bring the 25-foot head, so you're further away from the ruts you're making when you're cutting. It's just how that's going to have to be, is my guess. Well, we're almost to the end. We'll get her unloaded and tarped. See the rain. It's all over now. It's all over but the crying. We're switching back to corn because we want to get the wet bin full. Dad's been cutting, but he's not cutting fast enough to keep the wet tank full. So we're going to cut a trailer load of corn and get the wet tank full, because the corn is dry, or fairly dry, so it goes through that dryer pretty quick. This is why cutting at night is not very fun, because you can't see a thing. So the elevator isn't working, so I don't know. I wasn't even getting nothing in it. Can I get a light? What a waste. No idea what's going on. See, one thing if I had a 12-row head on, but 9600 was an 8-row head. I'm guessing I got other issues. And with the soybeans, wasn't enough yield there. Wasn't enough yield. All the lights are on me. No hiding my blemishes. It's the harvest moon here, folks. I think I'm just gonna call it a night. I guess the dryer doesn't run all night. It's too bad. So we got the master mechanic on the job and he found the problem. This is what's left of the sprocket that runs the clean grain into the bin. What you looking for?
The bolt.
He's looking for bolts.
3 bolts. Guess I don't.
Well,
they all fell out.
And John Deere is nothing but a garden tractor store around here, because we're not really in farm country, so it's an hour drive to get this thing. An hour one way. So by noontime, maybe we can have a sprocket in this thing. Hey, there's your part number. H177988. Well, I didn't get a picture of the other sprocket, but it's in and we're rolling. So we'll try to get the truck full and get the wet tank filled, and they can run all night, I guess. Just keep on rolling. Last year at this time we were all done with the harvest. This year we're not even close.